Okay, this is part 2 of the epic review of Yakuza Detsos. But this is gonna be more about the story, and then I'll explain more. But another part of the story is that Naruto or whatever, Naraku or whatever, he kidnaps Haruka, which is basically the daughter of Kazuma, well, the daughter of his beloved of his girlfriend that died. But he kidnaps Kazuma Kyu's daughter Hakura to get Kazuma Kyu to come to Kurokuro or whatever. So to kill him basically. But like I said, the main plot is basically he wants to get revenge on Kazuma Kyu and the Tojo clan for what they did to the Oni Alliance, and what Kazuma Kyu did to Gordo, basically get him kicked out and stuff. That's basically the whole reason. But let's see what I talked about. Yeah, that's basically the whole reason. Oh yeah, and then that Dr. DD guy wanted, the main reason, like the real reason, is basically so he can make people happy, and because that virus makes people feel good because of that morphine or whatever in the brain, that one thing that makes you feel good. But yeah, that's basically so that they can live a good death instead of a hard and an unrewarding life. But oh well, that's basically the main story, like I said. But let's see, I talked about the story. I guess I'll talk about the characters before, or more about the characters before I start talking about the gameplay and everything else. But let's see, the characters. We'll start with the first one you be, which is Shin Akaroki or whatever from Sky Finance. And I know, I'm sorry, I'm not really good with Japanese names, even though I should be, because I played every Yakuza game. Well, that one that came out to the US anyways. But you play as a Sky Finance guy, and for his story, he's a loan shark. Basically, he gives people money, and then after a while, he gives people money, but they have to do like a special condition before they can give him that money. Like, okay, well, like go help that old lady with her bags, or I'm just giving you an example. Then he'll give them however much money that they want, because he has like I think $100 billion. So yeah, he doesn't know what to do with it. So basically, he gives money to people, that need it or in a hard time in life and that need money, But he's out there for correction day, I guess, to get the insurance or or whatever. Because his assistant, Hana, basically bugs him to get the collection, but he never does because he's extremely lazy. You can tell that by his office because it's a mess. But he goes out there to get collection day, and then like I said, that one zombie falls out from the window and bites everybody. And that's how the whole story starts. But yeah, basically he's a loan shark that gives people second chances in life, which is always a good thing. And like I said, his main weapon is handgun. Well, two handguns really, but you don't get the second handgun until a little later in the game. But and the second guy you play is Majima. Yeah, I would say Majima. That's close enough. He's Kazuma Kyu's best friend and rival from Yakuza 1, 2, 3, and 4 and stuff. But his main weapon is a shotgun. And apparently he loves zombie flicks, and he just wants to kill zombies for the heck of it, because it's fun. And he's a little he's more than crazy. For anybody that plays Yakuza games, they know how crazy and how funny and how just crazy Majima is. I can't really explain him to you because he's basically just off the walls crazy and just is looking for a good time. But But yeah, he never changes. He's very blunt, honest, and stuff. But yeah, he's basically just, excuse my language, but he's just like, just basically very crazy, or just, excuse my language, but he's like this one crazy, a very crazy bastard. That's basically him in a nutshell. That's basically how you can describe him. But, Gordo, the third guy you play as Gordo or whatever his name is, Regina or whatever, or Regina. I suck with Japanese name. But, he, in Yakuza 2, he's basically just this cocky thing, and, you know, let's fight Kazuma Kiryu to see who's, like, you know, because there can only be one dragon, and, you know, in the whole world, because Kazuma Kiryu is called the Dragon of Dojima, and then he was called the East Dragon of Kazura or something from where he lives, and they fought, and then they beat him, but once he beat him, in Yakuza, the Dead Souls, he's completely different. Like, he's just trying to make a daily living, you know, trying to, you know, get away from the Yakuza life, you know, just trying to make an honest living, like how Kazuma Kiryu was in Yakuza 1 when he was trying to, but he got framed and yada yada yada. But yeah, basically he's that, and then he gets pulled back in because of Tatsu, you know, the main guy who wants to get revenge for kicking him out of the Oni clan, and, you know, for what Kazuma Kiryu did to him. He basically feels it's his responsibility to stop him because, you know, I guess he was basically, Naruto was basically his right-hand man, so he basically wants to, you know, feels responsible for this mess with all the zombies and stuff. So he basically feels it's his responsibility to take care of the mess. And then, Kazuma Kiryu, before we start with the last character, his main weapon is the shotgun, or not the shotgun, but his main weapon is that freaking Gatling gun arm for his main weapon, which is crazy. It does a decent amount of damage, plus it'll mold down zombies like it's nothing. But, the fourth guy, the main guy, the whole main guy in the whole series, Kazuma Kiryu, he's basically, came back to Kroki, whatever, because, the neuro guy, whatever, you know, stole Hakura. So he basically comes there to get him back. But Hakura came there because, I guess the headmistress of Sunshine Orphanage is where Kazuma Kiryu and she grew up at, you know, was retiring. But that was basically just a whole hoax, basically, to get Haruka, you know, to go there. And Kazuma Kiryu didn't, you know, think nothing of it, cause, you know, because he had to take care of the kids because he owns his orphanage, you know, so he takes care of little kids. So he just had Hakura, which is like, she's like what, 13 or 14 in this one? I don't know when this Dead Souls takes place, like, you know, after or before Yakuza 1 or whatever, 2 or 3 or whatever. But she basically just goes there herself, gets kidnapped, and then Kazuma Kiryu basically goes there, you know, to save her. That's basically why he's there. And, you know, he's basically a legend. Like, a legend. He basically did all these things for whatever this place is called. Did all these wonderful things that, you know, basically protected and helped wherever they live. He's basically a living legend, and he basically, you know, stops this from the zombies. He basically stops this too, and becomes even more of a legend. But yeah, he's basically here because he wants to rescue Hakura. But I'll explain more in the other video where I talk about, like, maybe more about the characters and, you know, gameplay, etc., etc. But this is the end for part 2.